Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Reverend Anna, and I'm the Senior Minister of Unity of Austin. And I want to share some thoughts with you about this idea. You're here for a divine purpose. Here's something that Jesus Christ said. It's in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 26. He said, "For what will it profit them if they gain the whole world but forfeit their life? Or what will they give in return for their life?" And here's something that Waldo Emerson wrote. He was a 19th century writer and speaker. He had been a Unitarian minister, and he inspired Transcendentalism, and Unity philosophy has a lot of Transcendentalism in it. So he was one of the influences, unknowingly, on what became the Unity movement. So here's something he wrote. "The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you've lived and lived well." There's a tall, rough-barked, green-crowned juniper tree in the park near my house. I visit her regularly as I go through the park on my morning walk. She's an inspiration to me and a comfort. Looking up at the spread of her sheltering branches, I see the beauty and wisdom of a life well lived. Hugging her rough bark, I feel the flowing energy of that life. Looking down, I imagine the deep, broad-spanning reach of her roots, bringing nutrients and water. She reminds me that life is quite simple when we do what we're here on earth to do, and when we realize that we're fully equipped to do it. She reminds me that the one necessary thing is to be ourselves. We are each here because we're needed. Our particular way of expressing spirit is a part of the web of life. We come into this world filled with divine meaning and well able to bring that meaning to fruition. That may seem like a difficult truth to comprehend. We look around saying, "Who, me?" Maybe we got the message to, quote, "make something of yourself." A more accurate and useful message is, develop yourself. Make conscious contact with the Christ within you, your spiritual nature, and grow your ability to live from it. Strengthen your capacity to act from the awareness that you live, move, and have your being in spirit. That means that you are aware that you are safe, you are loved, and you are companioned by God's presence at all times. You'll be amazed at the creativity, the joy, and the fulfillment that come. The paradox we must navigate is this. Divine fruit appears in our lives when we take our focus off of trying to make it appear. When we stop trying to, quote, be somebody and realize that we are somebody, we enter into the consciousness of spiritual living. Like the juniper tree, when we center on the inner processes of life, we find we're guided and energized to bring forward the good that is so abundant within us. Your divine purpose lives within you. You already express it beautifully. Trust God, trust yourself, and see it fulfilled in even larger ways. God bless in the love and the light of the Christ. Thanks so much for joining me.